Hey everybody, and welcome to Stock Abilities. Today I'm going to be covering the NAKD brand group really quick here, going into the weekend coming up here. It's been up and down, up and down. Pretty obvious trend for the last 5 days. I don't know if anything's coming up for tomorrow, but make sure to like and share this video and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up with what I feel is happening with the NAKD group and the upcoming potential merger of the 10th. We're going to start off here. Of course, I've covered this in other videos, but they had the Expo recently, and the Expo is actually currently over. It just ended very recently. It's a little bit weird they didn't release news, which could be both a good and a bad thing. I don't think it's a bad thing. I've heard lots of good things happen during the Expo, including the barrier between the two booths was actually not separate, but one big booth altogether, which is kind of an interesting thing to take in. Now, this is just rumors on StockTwits and everything, but it doesn't sound too unfeasible. You got the Expo, though, here, 3,000 buyers. That's a lot of exposure. And you got a lot of big brands that attended. So there was a lot of attention on that. So I'm expecting some kind of news here coming up before they indicate merger. So there might be some fluff news or something coming out tomorrow. So that's something to look forward to. Kind of like a booster up until the merger. Going a little bit further here, something to notice that I wanted to highlight with you guys. Bendon would gain immediate access to the U.S. capital markets, enabling it to further grow the business globally, both organically and through future strategic acquisitions. Obviously, the issue that Bendon is having right now is it's actually more costly to break into the market themselves than to merge with an already established company like the NAKD brand. Of course, then there's the partnerships and other things that are associated, as you can see here, would capitalize on the industry leading expertise of Carol Hochman, NAKD's chief executive officer, to strengthen its global intimate apparel and sleepwear brand portfolio and operating synergies through integrated supply chain management and administrative functions. They're trying to work with an already established company within the US. That's a good goal to have. And they wanted to expand multiple different stores in the future. Bendon is a very profitable company. NAKD, the brand, kind of goes in and out. Overall, it's not too shabby. Going a little bit further here, as you can see, it's been a kind of an obvious trend for quite a while here. Goes all the way to 206, pops up. Highest it popped up was 235 through the past 5 days, and it's been kind of fluctuating. Goes 228, 221, crash, crash, crash. A little bit there. Ultimate crash, back up in the morning, then crashed again. And then it does this over and over again. It's been doing this lots of consolidations. Some of it might have been the dilution because the offering hasn't been wrapped up yet. There's not necessarily a filing that needs to be made though, so there's no indication on what's exactly going on with that. They're running out of time though, and I believe they already probably wrapped that up. This is just maybe a small percentage of shorts playing around because the price isn't jumping that much, just going up and down like a 10-20 cent gap. But they're a good scalp potential if you have a lot of money to throw around at it. This is like 200-300 bucks here and there on a daily basis that you could have made utilizing this. As I highlighted earlier, it's kind of been a pretty steady chart in that regard. A little bit of a different trend here, so something might be going on coming up here tomorrow being Friday. Is something else I'll be bringing up here in just a second. But as you can see, Bendon has a lot of brands associated with it. And then you mix in NAKD's brands associated and you mix in the money that they're bringing in. That's a lot of valuation for the merger. So there should be a pop. A lot of the investors that were stuck in Bendon as private investors now have a chance to get an IPO, well, in a sense, an IPO because they haven't really tasted the stock essentially in a live value. So they'd be excited to get in that, bolster up the profits for themselves, and be excited a little bit about the future potential of the two combined into one company. I'm going to go back here really quick. And we're going to go to one other interesting piece here to take note. Now, something a lot of people weren't sure on is this a short cover or is there something else going on? This is about $70,000 worth of a trade in just one trade with a 211 price tag. We'll find out tomorrow in the pre-market, or if you're watching this today in the pre-market or during the day, what exactly this is all about, whether that was a kind of a sign that something might be coming up, or it just may be a simple short cover. Well, we won't know for sure until it comes to it, but we'll be seeing what it looks like in the morning and through the day. Thanks for listening in. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the video if you like. Don't forget to comment below if you have your own input. And thanks for listening in.